think that the government defaulting on its obligations would be a dangerous gamble. It's difficult to know for sure what would happen because we have no recent experience with our federal government defaulting on its obligations. That's what makes it a gamble. But it is a dangerous gamble because any government that has borrowed as much as ours has borrowed and will need to borrow as much as ours will need to borrow cannot take the views of its creditors lightly. Even a small increase in the perceived risk of Treasury securities would be very expensive for the country. If Treasury rates moved up by just 10 basis points over the next decade, that would add $130 billion to interest payments over the decade. But given the lack of historical experience, we don't have a basis for doing a quantitative analysis of what the consequences would be. All I can do is to emphasize the risk that we see in that. And I think it is because of that perceived risk that leaders of both political parties have made clear that defaulting on government obligations is not acceptable and will not be allowed to happen.